Remarkable young student athlete and a young Giants fan who battled cancer and he won. We introduce you to Nick Bartesh in tonight's cover story. Last summer, 17-year-old Giants fan Nick Bartesh seemed to be leading a charmed life. Popular with his classmates and an accomplished student athlete, Bartesh began gearing up for his final year of football and baseball at Terra Linda High School in San Rafael. But when football practice began, Nick's body started to break down.
From the very first practice, I began doing the normal exercises that I would go through fine, and I felt out of breath, weak. My muscles were aching, and I knew something was up.
He was showing all the signs of having mono. He was really tired and low energy, and I just was sure that's what it was.
Their worst fears became a reality when spots were found on Nick's lungs. Further testing showed he had testicular cancer, and it was spreading.
And I was shown after brain MRI, there were, I think, four spots on my brain, and I think around 10 maybe in my lungs.
I was just stunned. I was speechless. I didn't know how to react. I don't usually think about people my age facing an illness that could potentially be life-threatening.
If he had pissed and moaned and complained and why me and all that, and started throwing things, and you could understand, and you just go, well, yeah, I feel, I understand where he's coming from. He has every right to be like that, but there was not an ounce of that.
He was gracious the entire time.
In fact, Nick's first question to the doctor was if he'd be able to play football. Disappointed when the doctor said no, Nick still had hope for baseball.
It was all about how I recovered from the surgery and from the chemotherapy and everything, and how this disease affected my body.
He was upbeat from day one. He was going to beat it. He was going to be back.
Given a 50-50 chance of survival, Nick underwent surgery and began a 12-week chemo treatment. After losing all of his hair and 40 pounds of muscle, Nick and his family received good news.
The tumors that were in my brain started going away without any sort of surgery or radiation.
I just believed Nick would be well.
The day chemo finished, Nick went to the gym. He was flooded with support from his family and community to get back on the field. Despite doctor's orders, he managed to get in a football game for one play. When baseball came around, Nick proved he was back on track when he stroked a game-winning home run against Terra Linda's rival.
It was the statement, I am back now. And he hit it here against Novato, won the game.
I enjoy sports tremendously, and to come out here and be able to play is one of my great joys in life. And so to have that opportunity and to not let cancer take that away from me was a great victory for me.
Nick's health continues to improve. And while his physical strength is coming back day by day, his emotional strength, it can't even be measured.
He didn't use it as a crutch for anything, and he never gave up.
Life throws you things, and I think there's a reason for things that happen. A lot of these traumas that happen in people's lives are things that you can deal with and you can get through and make yourself better.
Such a great story. I'm so happy for Nick and his family. It's an inspirational story, but also, again, it shows how sports is a metaphor for life, because you were just talking about how you keep hacking, and that's what Nick did. He kept hacking away at the disease to beat it.
He sure did, and his mental approach, I think, is something that is really strong, because a lot of times if you just give up, then things are negative will happen, but he never gave up. Not one time did you hear him say that the cancer was going to beat him. So it's all about the mental outlook, and all of us have been touched in some way by cancer, but Nick is just a special story.
It really is, and best wishes to you, Nick. We're pulling for you. All right, still to come, the Royals, they're